On most scales or laboratory balances you will often see a 0 button and you will probably see a Tare button as well. What do these two buttons do? Are they the same? If you've pressed these buttons before, it might seem like they do the same thing. Actually, they are similar, but they actually do different things. The 0 button should be pressed when the scale is a graduation or two away from 0 and you would like it to be perfectly on 0.00 before you start weighing. For example, if you have a floor scale and it is flashing between 0 and 1 pound. If you press the 0 key, that will hopefully zero the scale off and it will be ready for weighing. Technically, the 0 point is actually set during the scale calibration along with span calibration. Why would you have to zero the scale? Perhaps there is some buildup on the scale platform that has accumulated since the scale was last calibrated, or perhaps the scale needs to be recalibrated. Basically, the 0 button should only be pressed when no load is on the scale. On legal for trade scales, there is a limit to how much weight you can zero off the scale. The Tare button is pressed when you have placed something on the scale, like a box, container, or empty truck, and you need to disregard the weight of that item. After adding the truck or container to the scale, pressing the Tare key will set the display to show 0.00, and then whatever you're looking to weigh can then be added to the scale in the net mode. For example, let's say you are using a parts counting scale and you often use a plastic container when you are counting out bolts. You place the empty plastic container on the scale, press Tare and then count parts. The only weight you will see on the scale is the weight of the bolts, and the number of bolts, since you are counting them. Then when you're finished, you can remove the plastic container from the scale. When you do this, the weight of the plastic container will still be displayed. You then press the Tare key to remove that container weight from the scale and the display will once again be showing 0.00 and ready to weigh. It's a good idea to have your scales calibrated on a regular basis with certified test weights by state-certified scale technicians. This will make sure the 0 of each scale or lab balance is set correctly and the span from 0 to the max capacity is correct. Contact the Central Carolina Scale Service Department by calling 919-776-7737 to get your scales checked.